That is machinery upgraded. Should treat myself at some point to a nice upgrade, thus increasing my strength. And look at that, England in a dark age. Well, isn't that interesting? That is interesting. Okay, we're going to go Hicksunk Dracones because I think Embarked and Naval Unit is moving further. That'll come in really handy, but I love the fact that England is now basically a sitting target. I've got a spy being built somewhere. I've totally forgotten where. Here we go. 5 turns. I'll send the spy over to like Bristol, somewhere very difficult for me to get to. I'm going to start moving all of my very well trained and wonderful muskets to the front line. You can see El Cid is beautifully helping them out. Sun Tzu, you are so obsolete now, it's ridiculous. I'm going to just sort of retire you at some point, and I'm still now pumping out settlers. This is where Hicksunk Dracones comes in quite handy because we can go and start moving across the sea in nice fashion. Look at this. Reformed Church. I actually have cities that follow my own religion. Isn't that wonderful? Ibrax finally has a builder. We can go put some Petra Gallic mines down. That's a good combo. And a new city. A new city. This is right on the border with England, but it just locks them off this area. It means I can get a nice mine down very quickly. Think about where I'm going to put a harbour, which I believe is going to go in this like little frozen patch over there. No adjacency, but it's nice and safe. Space for wonders. Best of all worlds, really. Look at all of these. I mean, the oppidums, the workshops. I've already got 13 great engineering points coming in per turn, and that's before we get invention. Oh, normally I love the invention card with Germany, but today Gaul is going to master it. 4 extra engineering points per turn, and plus 2 engineering points for every workshop. I have at least 5 workshops down already. And let me tell you, more to come. Oh, England have actually got a corps. Now, is that because they have a general? No, they've actually done that from culture. So England are all the way over to nationalism already. You can see that is probably going to be a little bit dangerous, but got powerful units. Darkmark, Flare, you're all ready to go. You're not going to take nonsense from that petty man-at-arms, are you? No, 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 no. World's biggest city, 15 population, and it's my Pingala city as well. Oh, I like it when it all comes together like that. That is good, just focus on getting all the farms down in this city. Desert, Petra, mine. It's 2 food, 4 production, 2 gold, 1 culture. Love it. Sun Tzu has given me the art of war. Well, I can go to war now. I know everything there is about war. It's in a book. What can we figure out about England? They've got a couple of general points coming in per turn, admiral points, 1 engineer, no merchants, a lot of science. So they are by far the heaviest campus user apart from me. I've got to accumulate them into my empire. I'm really sorry. Now, my economy has 27 gold per turn coming in, and that 19 of that is coming in from England. Surprise war is going to hurt us both. We are not amused, I know, but I'm quite amused secretly. Oh, yes, look at all these bonuses added up. It's the flanking bonuses, all that sort of stuff. These are the things that I need to just make sure we've got ready to go. But look, Darkmark can, not quite take on Le Horse, but that's okay. Oof. Can just back up this attack as well. Look at this. We are going to just be fighting for a second, but actually Flare can get both kills immediately. Look at that. Excellent, excellent. We've got the battering ram on the way forward. We've got the siege tower. Let's just go, let's just run this through. Now, England have a much larger army than I do. It's all about figuring out where this large army is and what I can do about it. Like right now, there is a man-at-arm corps doing a little bit of damage to me, but I'm wondering, can I upgrade to a crossbow first? How much gold do I need for that? 125. A little bit more than I've got. There's no pillage at the moment. Fine. Okay, we'll just hold on to that for a second. I'm going to just keep Darkmark back to deal with this troop. Everyone else will go forward. Flare, you're going to lead the charge alongside. Oof. Oh, we get another one. And a banana. You join in. Join in this little sneaky assault. I reckon we can probably take Sheffield in 1 turn. That's the aim, anyway. Okay, no more upgrading. Our troops are about as upgraded as we're going to get. Craftsman's back in. Invention goes in alongside Republican Legacy. And Feudal Contract. I think this is a good option for us because I believe muskets are Renaissance. Yes, they are. So I am going to pop down Feudal Contract in order to just pump a few more troops out. Another city. This one's, it's in the snow, but that's okay. These are just 2 tiny, amazing cities. They're going to access to the gateway to the rest of the world. This man-at-arms does not know what to do, and I am all about that. Back in the sea with you. Darkmark is just going to trace you. I'm not letting go. I don't need to let go. And a banana attacks, attacks, and then Flare goes 1, Sheffield is mine. If nothing else happens, that's a nice little territorial accumulation. Goodness me, my words today. Iron, 2 sources. Lovely. With my Pantheon, that's a really nice amount of stuff. Isildur, Wonder Building, excellent. And Emil, lovely. Tell you what, my capital, not even my capital, my Pingala city, I am going to try and rush through Kilwa. And Emil, what am I going to do with you? Just use you immediately, I think. Siege tactics boosted, scientific theory boosted, sanitation. That's not a bad mix. Isildur, off you get. Now, the reason I like Kilwa is because that would be huge science for me if I can just absorb a scientific city-state into my empire later in the game, which hopefully I will be able to do. Han, over to Bristol, as I discussed before. Go get a little bit more combat strength over England. Now, walls are being built in some of the perimeter cities like Hull and Liverpool, but Plymouth is still open, which is slightly unusual. I have learned not to complain about such things. I'm just going to attack as long as the door is open. I shall take advantage of it. My siege equipment is on the way. It's just so much slower than the rest of my army. Darkmark is just going backwards and forwards. Well, we might be able to whittle this army down before we know it. Oh, as much as it would be fun to pillage right now, I'm actually going to just use momentum as my ally here. Like so, like so, like so. Because I really just want to take these cities whilst the walls are down, whilst I have the opportunity to attack. Plymouth might get a bit of a repercussion attack from that caravel, but it's okay. With 2 cities down already. I tell you what I could use, an apostle with medic. Would I get so lucky? Lucky. I'll work that temple, see if I can get myself a medic. That would be really good to have on the front line. I never use medics. That's my own fault, you know? That is my own fault. What am I doing? Mercantilism. Oh, one of my small cities built Great Bath. I think I have the option of building this quicker than a district, so I thought I'd just build it. There's no reason for this, by the way. It's purely for era score, purely for pride. That sense of pride that you can only get from achieving something like succeeding in an exam or having your parents tell you that you're great. I have neither of those things, so here's the Great Bath. I should say, just in case my family is watching this, which sometimes happens. I'm joking. Another city, right on the coast with some whales. I mean, we've very much sprawled onto this map as much as we can. I mean, I can put other cities down in clumps, but nothing's got fresh water and it's all kind of being doubled up, really. So whether I want to or not is another. It's a good question. It's going to let my siege equipment catch up, and we'll have 1 turn of healing for my units, and then we'll go again. We can afford a single turn of healing. Actually, you know what? Instead of settlers, can you get the Grand Master's Chapel for me, please? Then I can pray siege equipment onto the front line. Oh, there comes the caravel. Interesting. I am trying to get these walls out as quick as I can, but I might need to be a little quicker than I had initially feared. I think we'll take another attack on Plymouth. We can probably survive another hit. Oh no, England are just going to sit there and not do anything. All right, if that's what you want to do, then I'm not going to complain, but flare. Oof, yeah, just make your way forward. We'll leave Plymouth unguarded for a small amount of time. We'll push our advantage towards Leeds. Did I ever mention how many engineering points I was getting, by the way? 37 per turn. Not bad, is it? Oh, the Great Lighthouse was stolen. I was just about to boost that. Like, I literally had my engineer ready to make that pop. Never mind. Filippo is here as well. Oh, 2 wonder builders. I tell you what we would quite like. Mahorbody Temple. Let's go and rush that through. That gives me a double chance of getting a medic apostle. Darkmark. Ignore this. Ignore this hustle. We've got to keep going. Make our way down to Leeds. Yes, which actually they've kind of abandoned Leeds to its fate. Honestly, not a bad decision. All right, Flair's going to get the final hit on this, but not before we get 2 attacks in first. And wabam, wabam. Oh yes, keep the city. How bad is it? -4. Plymouth is now loyal. This is good. This is good. Now we've got city defenses going on there as well. The city's even got an oppidum for me. Yeah, I mean, come on, England. Stop building all this infrastructure right for me. It's not that I don't appreciate it. It's just that it's not needed. Oh, I can steal Nan Nadol. So I shall. That's mine. I get era score and oh my lord, that's a lot of culture. It's 2 culture for every district on or next to a coast or lake, and I have more than I realized. Oh, 186 culture per turn. And it's more than that as well, because I'm still producing units in quite a few cities. We've got trebuchets rolling in 3 cities. I keep waiting for my niter to level itself up, and then I keep popping the professional army and feudal contract cards in and out just to make sure that we've got all that as well. Yeah, this is good. This is fun. Do we want to take Bradford? I don't really want to take Bradford, but I think I'm left with no choice, unfortunately. Oopsie. Huge drought, possibly caused by my absolute devastation of the local environment. All the forests and woods have been removed for all my farms, but we won't think about that too heavily. Kilwa, 3 envoys when built, and this means in my Pingala city I'm now getting 15% bonus in production towards units and buildings, and I've also got culture upgraded as well, which is all a very good thing. But we'll save a lot of this stuff because I'll find other city-states later. That's when we'll have a lot of fun. Amani is in Lahore, but she's not really doing anything because England haven't actually threatened this city-state at all. So I'm actually going to use Amani to keep Leeds safe. And I think I will take Bradford. It's right there. Loyalty-wise, it's a bit of a problem for me. It's only got ancient walls. So if I move my battering ram and my siege tower down, I can do the old wombo combo of just attacking twice. Darkmark, I'm just going to get you to hold this point here because then the man-at-arms can't reinforce. Flare can attack next turn, so oof, you go to that, and a banana, you wait. That just means we've got 2 units healing. I like this. This is a good strategy. Did I mention I have cartography? I should have mentioned that I have cartography. And we've met someone else, Mapuche. Grievances from other players against me. First impressions of me, minus 18. I have noticed that about this mod. The AI is absolutely just insistent that I am an awful person. And that's probably quite fair. How are they doing compared to me in England? So England still has 10 cities, Mapuche has 11. Yeah, you know what? The AI settles a lot heavier on this mod. They will buy my luxuries for obscene amounts of gold, which I will take the gold per turn. Weirdly enough, I would normally take the gold up front, but that's actually quite good. And now I'll take the gold per turn for my horses, my iron. Niter they'll pay a little bit for. I'll keep the Niter for now. Do you have any luxuries? Oh, they do. They've got tea. They have tea, everybody. Oh my goodness, we can stay happy. As happy as I've ever been. Open borders. Perfect. They haven't met England yet. So they can't join the war, but I'm just going to keep my settler exploring, see what we can find. Listening post. 3 extra combat strength against England. That'll help Darkmark to just hold the line. English knights on the way to try and save the day. I would be scared, but I'm not. Let's see what we can do against Bradford. Oh, that's 1 attack from Ulf, and Flair goes 1, 2, and takes the city like that. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Bradford's mine. Temple. Finished. Mahabodhi Temple. It's like a regular temple, but it's upgraded. Bam. Alright, 4 turns to wait out on that. That should be absolutely fine. Just going to use my settler to explore. It's got really good visibility. Fountain of Youth, Mapuche. Oh, that means they're going to be very powerful. I want to attack Mapuche. We might struggle, you know, especially because they've denounced me already. Doesn't matter though, I've got 39 gold per turn from them in a trade deal. Before news of my horrible war crimes got back to them, I'd already got that trade deal off. I always like that. It's a funny concept. It's like, I want to stop trading with Ursa, and you're like, ooh, about that. Unfortunately, yeah, you're legally obligated now. And it's like, but I don't respect his rule of law. And you're like, yeah, sorry, it doesn't work like that. Oh, look at that. 5 food, 5 production to my capital. We've got some good trade routes going along. Up to 200 culture per turn, by the way. I would like to say officially that Gaul is popping. That's what the young people say, isn't it? Popping? He's got the mega skills. Uber skills. Governor, let's pop down Reina now in one of my main central cities. Again, just for more housing, more amenities. We'll try and rush Forbidden City through now. Excellent. I think that's another good wonder to pick up. Well, given the fact that nationalism is well on the way, let's pray ourselves a musket in right on the front line. I sense a flare core is going to be a very fun thing to have. Right, Darkmark, I need you and this new musket to go and lead an attack on Hull. I know, I apologise. I wish it was a more glamorous thing, but what can you do? And another musket. Oh, there's extra faith. I'm actually getting a lot of faith per turn in now. Hunza. And it looks like the other Congo, the new Congo, is in this game. Interesting. Trade routes generate more gold as they travel. I have my first trebuchet on the scene, and it does respectable damage. 56 against Hull's walls, which are medieval walls, but we'll have to just hold off until next turn before we get a decent attack in. Nationalism is almost there, though. Forbidden City. 1 extra wildcard policy slot. Oh, yes. That is a wonderful thing. I tell you what I'm really looking forward to. Line inventory, which I'm just about to unlock next turn, and I can make cores at the same time. So we're going to go from a 55 strength musket to a 75 strength line inventory core. One of the main ways I'm going to do that is, of course, putting professional army in my government. Bingo. England are responding just with sort of little attacks here and there, but there's nothing they can really muster, which is causing me much of a problem. Now, can I get a medic? I've never built apostles deliberately, especially not with Mahabodhi Temple, to try and get a medic promotion, but here we are doing weird things on this game, and I, for one, love it. 2 diplomatic victory points, grants to apostles when built. There's nationalism. Now, let's have a look. Nope, 3 amazing promotions, but not one that we want. And alas, 3 amazing promotions, but not one that we want. Now, this apostle does get pilgrim, and I could use that to spread around my cities a little bit more, but it's not very essential for me, so we will evangelize and evangelize. Great engineer, we've got Mimish Sinan. It must mean, yep, Da Vinci is next. I love Da Vinci. Gaul Da Vinci is such a good look. What shall I put on my religion? Stupa for extra amenities? That would be good if I was building lots of holy sites. I'm not. The only one that works if you're not building holy sites is mosques, because then I just get better apostles. Missionaries and apostles are 30% cheaper. Yeah, it's a bit of a naff religion, I know that, but it does what it's supposed to do and no more. England just has man-at-arms everywhere, but they're so scattered, they're not actually doing anything particularly useful against me. They are at sea, but not really at sea, because this is inland. But you know what I mean. Dark Mark says, hello, I would like into your city now. Thank you. Next turn we should get that kill. Flare goes 1, 2, hits on London. Yeah, okay, we should be able to take 2 cities next turn. Liang, into that city you go. Thank you. There's an armory finished in my wonderful Pingala city. Oh, could use a bit of happiness here, you know. Military science. Line infantry. Oh, perfect. That's great. So Dark Mark takes Hull, and this musket is just going to core up immediately. Look at that. We've got unpromoted units, but I can now just send in to core up wherever I can. Flare takes London. It's a very similar deal. We'll just pull you in, make a core out of you. And these 2, and a banana. Congrats. You're a line infantry. Oof. Line infantry. I need better Great General, actually. Oh, Gustavus is right there. Perfect. But now that I've got those powerful combat units, I'm going to stick back to the top of the tree. We'll go education and then industrialization. Start getting some factories going. Dark Mark, huzzah! Forward to Liverpool, I say. Ethiopia, not doing so well. 7 cities, 36 population. Exchange information on capitals. I don't think they've got any luxuries for me, but oh no, they can't even buy it from me. They've got no gold. Interesting. All right, well, we've found by far the weakest person. We'll go with open borders quickly. You have met England. Hey, do you want to join in my war? No. That's a shame. Everyone should be in on this war. It's great. Listening post, renew. Yeah, annoyingly, Bristol is actually where the spy is based. I've almost arrived in this city a little early. Oh well, what you gonna do? Dark Mark says, hey Liverpool, hey. Can we have a conversation about your independence, please? Oh, 134 health. Oh my lord. Yeah, that was pretty dismissive. Joan of Arc, somebody else stole the Gustavus from me, but honestly, it doesn't matter. Any great person at the moment is good. What does Ursa want to do with his votes? That's right, vote for himself. Actually, apart from grievances, I would like less of those. More of that. How dare you, game? How very dare you? Oh, I've actually gone to 2nd in science. Hey, look at that. There's somebody who's still ahead by a significant chunk, but they're only 3rd in score, so I think we'll be all right. When you're as low on gold as I am, sometimes it's good to stick the raid card in, because raiding, let me tell you, it's worth a lot. 358 gold, and obviously I get faith from the Grandmaster's Chapel as well. People always forget that. It's doubly as useful, that one. Doubly as useful. Please, would you just die? Oh, this unit. I'm hitting it so frequently that it's leveling up faster than I can actually end up killing the damn thing. It's terrifying. Anyway, Liverpool is mine. Dark Mark, unrelenting, unforgiving, unjustified. No, I'm sure it's justified. And a banana goes 1. Oomph goes 2. Flare follows up with 3. Sorry, spy. Pretend that's not happening. England still has 4 cities, somehow. I think they're all south of me, but yeah, that's fairly impressive. The main issue is that they're all at sea, quite literally. So with caravels, could be a bit of a problem for me. So we'll pull an ace out of my sleeve. Raid I no longer need. Press gangs. That's a card. Double production towards caravels, and I am building a lot of these things. I've got one being built there, another one being built there. So when I say lots, I do of course mean 2. Look, shush. That's good for me, okay? I won't have it. I'm doing my best. Well, I've got a spare spy now, so I'm going to send him to Hunza and start just whittling away at the AI envoys. That could be quite fun. Oh, this sea is useless. It literally is totally landlocked from the north of the ice cap. All right, so if I'm going to be building a navy, it's got to come around the other way. Good to know before I start building too many ships here. Congrats, Anna Banana. You now a core. Of course you are. Oh, this apostle can get heathen conversion. Oh, that's helpful. I saw a load of barbarian boats over here. Let's see if we can go and convert them. Man, I've been rigging in triangles this entire time. Who would have thought? Squares. It's the way forward. Da Vinci. Workshops provide 3 culture, and I can use them twice so that they work 6 culture. Someone asked on a video recently, Ursa, are you sure that it applies twice? Yes. Yes, I'm very sure about that. Oh, that just gave me 30. Look, here you go. Workshop plus 3. Just remember that. Yeah, that's right. Didn't think so. It's dead. It's finally dead, that one boat. Right. I'm going to do the dangerous thing. I'm going to move my settler across the land. Go see what we can find. Oh, there's another landmass over to the right. It's small. It's mostly tundra, but it's got niter. I like that. That's awesome. A single caravel. Yay. Go and find what's on this island, eh? Oh, metal casting. Hidden in the tundra. There's Da Vinci's second charge. Watch my culture. 277. Nope, 306. Workshop plus 6. There you go. Proof that it works twice. Or Newcastle is on this continent. Or landmass, I should say. Excellent. All right, we'll push through. The aforementioned Nzinga Congo. Right, now if you're not the leader, I'm going to be a little bit concerned of science, I should say. Yeah, you are. 35 techs to my 33. Oh, 34. That's not too bad. I was worried we were going to be massively far behind. Right, let's just quickly sell everything we can, as usual, before she realizes I'm a war criminal. Nothing wrong with a war criminal, really. Not in Civ. It just makes diplomacy slightly awkward. Friendship? Nah. We have sinned. Indeed. Just a bit. All the cities are in this direction. Alright, that's the direction we will head then. 1 attack. Oh, Flair didn't quite have the movement. That was a 96 strength attack. That is what I call filthy. That's wrong. No, Civ. Don't let me do that. That's far too much damage. My first caravel. Okay. The English fleet is still out here, and it's pretty strong, but there's Manchester. My movement speed in this area is going to be pretty good. And I can now start building frigates as well. I do have enough niter, and I tell you what, if I make more cities over in this direction, I think we should be alright. Let's just settle that. Send you out immediately to go and work that niter. We'll start building this little oppidum, which will create this amazing little tiny bay. Oh, if only I could put a harbour in it, it would be even better. But I can't, because I'm a failure. Oh, didn't even spot that. +4 campus. Oh, that's when you spot the stuff. A bit later on, you start going, oh, really? Well, I don't mind if I do. One day I'll learn to build a dam. I mean, this is not that day, but one day I will. It's actually a service, you know. I deliberately don't build dams just because it's one thing I can do that you, the audience, can enjoy. Otherwise, you know, I just would feel like such an overwhelmingly overpowered and excellent Civ player. I don't want to give you all a complex. I need you to believe that somehow you're as good as I can't even keep a straight face when I say it. That's Newcastle and Sunderland. Sunderland right next to Newcastle. There is a lot of British synergy that I enjoy there. Gone flat. Navally invade. Yes. Yes, we don't need a navy. A single boaty boy. That's all we'd ever need. Preemptively, because I am building military academies and I'm about to build factories, I'm just going to plop down 6 envoys into Lahore and Mexico City. You'll see us get a lot of benefit from that in a second. The Chancery will double up that benefit as well. It's only a barbarian galley. Hey, I'll take it. I so rarely use this ability. Let's see what else we can find. Oh, even more barbarian boats over there. Okay, we might be able to get a double next turn. Now that we've got through all of the Renaissance engineers, I'm just going to calm down on invention because this card is not giving me as big a benefit because they're all really expensive now. Natural philosophy, 18 extra science per turn. Oh, that's good. And actually, I'm going to pop in Raj as well. I know I'm losing out on a little bit of food and production from my trade routes, but now I'm getting a double whammy of science. I'm already up to 200. Got to keep up with Congo. She's doing good. 142 science, 236 culture. I can't take my superior play for granted, you know? I've got to really focus. I just have a feeling that this mod at any point is just going to throw an absolute ton of late game grief at me. So I'm just keeping that in mind. Flair doesn't need the land. Flair is a being of water. Sunderland is invaded. Oi! He neutralized Magnus. I don't like that. I was using Magnus to get some settlers, maybe. And these are mine as well. Tell you what, I'm just upgrading these Barb boats really cheaply and they're going straight to the warfront. So this is working quite nicely, actually. Plus another source of niter. Oh yeah, this is the stuff that makes me really happy because I'm building more and more line inventory every turn. Petiti. Oh, I tell you what, I could settle. Is this on a different continent? It is. I could just settle by this wonder, get a ton of era score for population. Just be an absolute nuisance to everyone. It's very tempting. Oh, more barbarians, eh? 1, 2, 3, 4, and whoop. I even take over the Barb encampment. Don't mind if I do. Actually, there's more land here than I had feared. I have noted that Ethiopia's capital has ancient walls, and I have a very bored army in Darkmark that could make its way over. I'm sort of tempted. Moksha, into another city. Go on, make everyone happy. -6 loyalty. Oh, you know what? It's so tempting. Do I even have cotton yet? I do have cotton, but it's so much culture that, you know what? I'm just going to annoy everyone. Who did I just get? Moksha. Let's immediately get you there. Look, it's now loyal. How bad is the food situation? The food situation is not great, but I can make it a lot better by buying this tile. Is it a useful city at all? No, but it's mine, and that's what I kind of enjoy. Oh, you settle too close. Oh, yeah, I'll take grievances. Yep, take grievances. Look, it's like water off a duck's back. I don't care. I have an amazing city now. Look at it. It's gorgeous. What you going to do about it? That's my question. How lucky did we get with industrialization? One source of you've got to be kidding me. What? Oh, and typically there's a lumber mill over it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ursa luck right for you there. Literally only one source of coal I found. Hang on, no, we found 8 sources. That's just near my new settlement. Excellent. That one I knew about. I can go and settle that with some more niter. Nan Madol. Easy enough to take. Actually, that's right by all of my cities as well. That one I'll have to conquer. That one I've just settled by as well. That one I'll have to conquer. Okay, so it's not as bad as I maybe first complained about, but still, I feel like I was fair to complain. Look at this. My almost complete Barb navy. It's looking awesome. Sure, it's a little bit scuttled in places, but it's pretty cool. Pretty much every single one of my cities now is going to be making factories, coal power plants, all the usual stuff. We know how to rock. And just to reinforce my army a little bit, let's get the upgrade to bombards and then the upgrade to ironclads. So England's navy is still being an absolute pain, but that's kind of all it is at the moment. Just a bit of a pain. I'm going to circumnavigate around it, find the cities like Stoke, and think to myself, what's the easiest way of getting around here? I don't want to leave Flare in the sea. That's the problem. So I won't. Let's move you on land instead. We're going to go the long way round, ladies and gentlemen. The long way round. Oh, Flare just took 2 damage from that city attack there. 2 whole damage. How very dare you? The grand city of Preston. Oh, my heart. It flutters. You know what, actually, it does have a harbour in it. I'll take it. That's actually pretty decent. Harbours are becoming quite important for me, so veterancy I'm going to actually pop into my government now. 30% on all harbour buildings and districts and lighthouses and things like that. That does stack really nicely. Once you get past about a turn 150, that's when my gameplay tends to turn towards trade routes a little bit more. Up until that point, trade routes can be a little bit underwhelming. One of the absolute fair and frequent comments I do see on this channel a lot is people telling me off for not using my trade routes. And yes, I do have a problem with not optimizing my trade routes. Often I do a lot of war, so they get pillaged a lot, which is sometimes why you might see them a bit lower than you might expect. But also, when you're giving me trade routes that give me like 6 gold, 9 gold, it doesn't make me go, oh, that's worth 400 gold's worth of trader to buy, you know? Sometimes I end up waiting until the trade routes are a little bit better. Now, does it mean I wait a little too long? Does it mean I don't optimize them properly? Yes, in all likelihood, this is all probably very fair. But it just gives a little context to sometimes why I may seem to be doing some strange things. I tell you what, there is a settler here, just on the coast. I cannot tell you how tempting that is to attack, so I think I'm going to attack it. Oh, half the usual grievances generated for a holy war. All right, I'll take it. That sounds really fun. Okay, thank you for that. That is very bad timing for you, Ethiopia. I am very sorry. So we found Nalanda. That is a new city-state, and that will give me 15% science in my Pingala city. Plus, it'll improve my libraries and universities. Watch this, 214 science. That will boost to 240 just like that. That's why I was saving up all of the envoys. Amazing, what a steal. Unfortunately, we have got the visibility glitch on the city-state. That's really annoying. I would have loved to have seen what Ethiopia had going on there, but never mind. Time for some coal, which, don't forget, as Gaul, still gives you the mine and the culture bomb and the extra culture. Love it. It's my first built frigate. Look at that. It's a wonderful city. Wonderful thing. City? It's not a city. It's a boat. It's the opposite of a city. Can cities be boats? I guess they can. Am I losing it? I think I absolutely am losing it. Flair says that Stoke doesn't get independence, and we've learnt it's better to not question Flair at this point. Leave them to do what they're going to do, and just never say anything otherwise. You know what? This actually may be one of the rarest things. A successful and useful Gaul preserve. Oh, Petra preserve as well. Let's put a grove in it as quick as we can. Now, as much as I'd love to move this settler to the fresh water, I'm going to keep them on the coast because then the traders will actually have a way into and out of this continent just by having the city on the coast there. Sometimes you can kind of get yourself into a little bit of trouble through that, but I think this will be a decent spot for a city. I mean, it's unfortunately starving. I can buy some fish and hopefully that's enough. Yeah, there we go. City's not starving anymore. Love it. Oh, this could be a total mountain range. That could make this entire settlement what I would call totally useless. Darkmark doing some very useful investigations over in Ethiopian land. Nowhere to strike that's undefended at the moment, but we'll keep an eye out. Looks like there's a whole landmass here to the left of everybody that's totally unoccupied. That's cool. Mendeleev, what you gonna give me? Steam power? Excellent. Chemistry? Even better. Seeing as I have a way in behind the lines of Ethiopia, I'm going to start using my faith income to pray in units here. Let's start with a line infantry. It's quite tough. Yes. All I need is a spare siege tower, and I think we are loaded. Steam power. My boats have 2 extra movement. Oh no, my embarked units have 2 extra movement. Not my boats. Still though, very powerful. Line infantry is now ready to rock. We've got our boat, our frigate, still doing lots of damage. Let's just start attacking now. This is the last city, isn't it? Yeah, Manchester falls, England falls. God, there is so much space down here. England, you had such an opportunity to go and settle all of these islands. What happened to you? What tragic thing stopped you in your prime? Oh wait, it was me. Mwahahaha. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Portland, Clint Hennis, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Davalex, Skeptical Bear, Cinnamon Beard, Petra Ryan, Rom88, Radiatore, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Boyzoro, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, Polar Beret, El Truant, Creston, RB Hedged, Mushkin Mandletort, Esri Dax, Deeble Time, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Dr. Bobby, Polar Wallabear, Mixomatosis, MTG Golfman, Victor McPupster, Indigenous 68, Technology Poet, Teddy's Ursa. Thank you everyone for your support. See you all in the next video. Goodbye!